Well, the green organic revolution is in many ways more important to the health of the youngest generation. But it can be really confusing to sort through the growing number of products that claim to be best for your baby or toddler. So I am really happy to say that here to help us is a leading expert in this field. Alan Greene is a pediatrician. He's a professor of pediatrics, and he is the author of Feeding Baby Greene, which is a wonderful book all about what you put in their mouths. But
and Raising Baby Greene, all about the chemicals that surround them.
Right. And let's just talk about what we mean by organic, because I think it's, you know, I worry that people are slapping this label on kind of willy-nilly. And can you rely on something being organic if it claims to be so?
There is a USDA seal, certified organic, and if it's on there, that means that it was grown organically. It's an agricultural seal.
Right.
So that means grown without the use of toxic synthetic pesticides or artificial hormones or chemical fertilizers, all of that.
Right.
And that you can trust.
Right.
But that's the only place there's a legal definition for organic, except on an ingredient list, like some of these products. If it says certified organic ingredient, you know the ingredient's organic. But a product that's not agricultural, it doesn't mean anything.
And of course, kids put everything in their mouths.
And kids put everything in their mouths, exactly.
Yes, they put the packages in as much as what's in the packages. So let's talk a little bit. So they obviously can be exposed to toxins through what they ingest or put in their mouths. What are some of the other ways that you have to be aware of?
Well, that's one of the things I think is really encouraging. There's 80,000 chemicals out there, and it would be overwhelming to parents to try to protect yourself from all those things. There's only 3 routes you need to protect your kids: what goes in the mouth, what goes on the skin, and what's in the air in the home that you're breathing, especially close to the baby. So let's talk about in the mouth first.
Yes.
Organic food is its own whole topic, and it's a good thing getting
we could spend several hours on that.
Exactly. But the other thing I'm very concerned about right now are plastics that go into kids' mouth. That they could have BPA, which is an estrogen-like compound, or phthalates, another estrogen-like compound. And so starting really during pregnancy and all the way through childhood, it's smart to keep kids away from that. And here, these are some products from Born Free, where everything in their product line is free of BPA, phthalates, or any of those other toxins.
Right. So these are baby bottles,
so these are
pacifiers.
baby bottle, and a sippy cup. So a lot of people have gotten the message about the baby bottle, but for older kids, they're still using the
really
BPA.
Interesting. Sure.
And the pacifiers too.
Right. And then how about others? I know that a lot of mothers will go crazy disinfecting things and making sure that nothing is touching their baby's mouths that might have germs on them. But then they're using something that might also be a problem.
For the longest time, the disinfectants used to rely entirely on either bleach or benzalkonium chloride, something like that, or an antibiotic to try to get stuff clean. And they'll do wipes on their kid's pacifier and put it in their mouth.
Sure.
But now there's a disinfectant.
Until the third kid, then you pick it up off the floor, lick it off, and give it back to them.
But now there's a disinfectant. The 7th generation makes it based on thyme oil. The herb thyme has been used for thousands of years. It's 99.99% effective. It's just as effective at the same price point as the others, but does it naturally, botanically, without any safety risk.
Right. And then the other thing you mentioned, which I think a lot of parents don't think about except in terms of sunscreen, is the skin as an organ through which the kids absorb toxins.
Yeah, and that's actually a very important way. One of the things that's a raging controversy right now on Facebook is diapers. There's a lot of parents complaining about diaper rashes from chemicals in diapers.
Right.
And there are diapers available like these from 7th generation that have none of that stuff in there. It's an alternative there.
Right.
But the stuff you actually put on your skin is the stuff that really can absorb inside.
Right.
And so it's important to look for skincare products that don't have the nasty stuff.
Yeah.
And here there's a bunch from Babo. And what they've got is, it's sulfate-free, tear-free shampoos, worry-free, without parabens, without BPA, without phthalates in the product or in the packaging that's there. And they also have a really interesting lice product that's based on tea tree oil and rosemary.
I have to say the smell of these products is
they smell delicious. I know.
I would use the shampoo myself because they really smell wonderful, because like the other products they use botanicals, obviously.
Right, exactly. And I'm glad you brought up the fragrance issue. If you see fragrance on a label as just an ingredient, it's likely a bad chemical. It's one of the phthalate chemicals. But instead, these are all scented with essential oils with certified organic ingredients that smell great, and they're made naturally.
Right, and the lice is a really good one, because those products there's not much good stuff.
Well, they're designed to kill things, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And so I love botanical approaches to that, very much so. The other area that I think is really important to pay attention to is the air quality in the home.
Right.
Kids spend 93% of their childhood indoors these days,
yes.
and indoor air is 2 to 5 times worse than outdoor air on average.
In terms of toxins?
In terms of toxins.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. And so if I were to pick one big green purchase to make, one big organic purchase to make, I would pick a mattress for your baby, because the conventional mattresses are often made with polyurethane foam, which is like frozen petroleum and solid petroleum, and you can smell the gasoline type fumes right above it.
A new mattress does have
exactly.
a definite smell.
And because of that, they have to put all the chemical flame retardants on it, otherwise it'd be explosive. And those, there's a little gas cloud of that on top, and then the whole thing's wrapped in vinyl with PVC and phthalates in there. And so for about 6 inches or so above the mattress, there's this cloud of chemicals, and babies are small. They're right there 12 hours out of the day often. So there's a little piece of organic cotton here from...
so this just shows this is the kind of material that, and the name of the company is...
This one is Naturepedic, right.
And they make only organic mattresses.
They make organic and all natural mattresses, but without all the chemicals that are there.
Right. And if you can't, I mean, if for some reason you're shopping for a mattress, I mean, for yourself too,
right.
I'm assuming.
I think it's smart for all these things are actually smart for all of us.
Right.
And none of those are things that people should panic about.
Yeah.
But it's just making smart choices tilts the odds in favor of health.
Right. And are you going to end up spending double what you would spend on other products? I mean, do you find that overall the biggest resistance parents have is a price point, or can you really...
Price point is a big issue. Some things you're just going to find on par, like this natural disinfectant costs the same as the others. I mean, I can't even think of a reason not to, except habit.
Right.
But often it comes down to where you shop. You can find these things these days in places like Target and Babies R Us and Walmart and online at really good prices. But it does take a little looking around. You might
and
end
of course,
up...
I mean, frankly, having said that, this is your kid's health.
Right, exactly.
And especially something like the mattress, which I had no idea. I mean, you don't think about inhaling when you said that, I thought it's what you're spraying in the air. But this is something the baby's got his little face next to 12 hours a day. So.
Exactly. And you're right. The stuff we spray in the air is an issue too. But this one I was thinking people might not be thinking about because it's right there.
This is unbelievably great advice. Really good products. Lots more on your website, which is very easy to remember, right? Because it's Dr. Alan Greene, so it's drgreene.com.
That's right.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Annie. Great to be with you.